nothing in high school could have trained or taught Trey those social skills or that business acumen that he needs to have the confidence to approach someone further into a business than he is, or even to come up alongside a client that you might not know their industry so much, but you can easily, with the talents you have, see a marketing campaign, a social marketing campaign, just laid out in front of them within, you see it in like a minute. And they've worked for 15 years to figure out advertising.
I'm like, who's this friggin' punk?
And here's this
and
punk
it turns out he doesn't
saying,
have his GED. Like,
right, that's right.
Like,
so, is it that far away?
well, it doesn't have to be.
Because, like, you have the candles in there, so, like, they're really...
Do you want me to move the...
No, I don't care. It's your
Well, I
video.
think it is kind of far away now.
You've done this way more than I have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but you got... I guess I was a wedding photographer, so I got that. Lower it down, get closer. I think that's good. I feel like that's good.
Okay.
I feel like I'll be over here. Here we go. I clap just so I can mark the start of the video. I'll cut that later.
Okay.
So I can see the audio spike. Alright, sweet. This will be fun. I'm actually really looking forward to this. This is going to be really great.
Okay.
Alright. Hey everybody. Welcome to another video. This one is with my mom. Her name is Andrea.
Hello.
I call her mom.
No, what do you actually call me?
Mama?
Sugar mama.
Sugar mama. That's right. I call her sugar mama. I say like, what's up, mama?
What's up, sugar mama?
What's up, sugar mama? She responds to that.
Yeah.
Nothing else. I can't call her mom anymore. Only that.
Nope. Yeah. Sugar mama, mama.
Sugar mama. So I figured it would be kind of cool to have my mom on the channel just because a lot of people, they get... I mean, I only share businessy stuff. I share, I don't share a lot of personal, and I feel like I'd like to sort of like give you guys a picture of kind of what's up besides just business, and this is a good start because she's like the exact opposite of me.
No, what? Well, no.
No, you don't think so?
No.
I think we're pretty.
We're
pretty
creative
different.
cats.
We're creative.
We're creative.
I get my creative side from her.
Yeah.
That wood shelf you guys see in my room is inspired by her. Otherwise, everything would just be white and black all the time.
Yes, which is not okay in my world.
Yeah. It's like you're looking at this environment right now. This is like all colors, and stand up just real quick and show everybody. Like, this is just how she dresses all the time. She got a big tattoo here. You have to ask her about the tattoo. I'll plug her Instagram. You guys can check out.
Oh no, my Instagram's way out of dated. I haven't been on Instagram in like 18 months. Facebook, yeah.
Let me see if I can get the brightness here. Yeah, I'll give you guys her. I don't know what. I'll give you guys something. And two as well.
Oh, you gotta re-see the ink thing, because that one's brighter.
Yeah.
See, isn't it crazy
That's her
cool?
ink. Yep.
And a lot of it's my artwork.
Mhm. She custom designed it.
Yep. And it's in India, Japan, Guatemala,
Bunch of
Mexico.
traveling.
Yeah, wherever we travel overseas, I get
Yeah,
ink.
I think there's some of you that know this, but not all of you. I mean, I've got a lot of adopted siblings, and so I'm sure like 20%
He's our first
know.
genetic experiment.
I'm the first homemade one.
Yeah, and the ruling's still out. We're not really sure, how it's gonna go. So
yeah, we still have to
the
figure that
adopted
out.
ones, I forget which ones they are, but they might be doing better than the genetic experiments. We'll see. We need about 20 more years.
Yeah, whoever gets married first, I guess. Probably
That's the winner chicken dinner.
Good margin. Whoever gives you the first grandkids.
Okay, yeah, that would be my favorite.
Yeah, that would be. She would just immediately.
As long as I like the girl.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, no. It won't go.
Well, we've actually got some questions regarding all that.
Oh, we do.
A little bit.
Trey hasn't warned me of any of the questions.
No, I haven't told her any. So I actually put on Instagram a minute ago, like less than 30 minutes ago, just some questions, and then on Facebook in the Facebook group community. If you're not in the Facebook group, really good place to hang out with some other agency owners, other online marketers, people like us. Go join that.
I'm not an entrepreneur, by the way.
She's not. No. She's really not that businessy at all.
I can't stand details.
No. She's got a rule, because my dad's also an entrepreneur. It's like 30 minutes of business talk max a day or something like that. Yeah.
Yep. I can't take it.
She can't do it.
Otherwise, Jim and Trey would talk.
Jim's my dad.
Right. So Trey doesn't tell you about his family? What, like his dark secret? Like
no.
You're embarrassed of your family?
No, if you guys stalk me, you'll find this stuff out. But most of them they just watch a video and then they go on to another thing, and that's fine.
Well, they should stay on your videos because they're the best.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways,
Yeah.
Jim and Trey would talk entrepreneurial.
Yeah, and that's also why I decided to have Mom on the channel. You guys were like, put your dad on the channel too. I'm like, well, but then it'd just be like 2 of me talking for a half hour.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be really, really, really entertaining, let me tell you.
Yeah, you guys, that's not quite as productive of a conversation. Now it's too bright. Look at that.
That's not.
You don't think it? Well, I feel like this side might, I don't know. Look at that.
Well, dude, you're sitting right in the sun.
It's like
You gonna pull
reflecting.
that curtain over?
There we go. Now it's not like reflecting in my face.
Yeah,
There we go. Look how nice
you're
that
right.
looks.
That looks
Okay,
good.
so we're going to get into it now. We're going to get into some questions. So,
Hi. And I have no filter, so I'm sorry right now if I offend anyone or hurt feelings or
just get over it now.
say the wrong word because my mouth goes way ahead of my brain.
Okay, cool.
So I apologize for the Andrea-ness of this event.
I feel like the first question that I kind of liked, things Trey does that you absolutely hate. What are some things that I do that you just can't stand?
Like currently or throughout
it could
your whole
be
lifetime?
throughout my life. It could be current. It could be habits. It could be anything.
Okay, well, some are funny and some are serious.
Mm-hmm.
Funny ones are... I can say anything.
You can say anything
I can
you
say
want.
anything I want.
I can edit anything.
Okay.
Make it sound like you're saying something
Trey
amazing
goes
about me.
through these like life shifts,
Mm-hmm.
and they last for about 6 days,
Mm-hmm.
and then they stop.
Mhm.
The 2 most recent ones have been he cooked all of his meals on like one Sunday for a week, and then
Meal prep. I tried meal
He
prep.
tried meal prep, and he was like, "This is crazy. This is awesome. It's healthy. It's fantastic." Yeah, he didn't do it again
No.
because by the Friday he was like, "I'm so sick of this food. I can't even breathe." But like on Sunday, it was that like, "Mom, why haven't you ever done this?" Like, well, because
Yeah, I'm
I
like,
know by
"Mom, come
Friday
on."
this food's gonna be nasty.
Yeah, and then you were totally right.
Right, and then the
Yeah.
other thing happened about a year, less than a year ago, but he decided he was going to have like a work uniform at home. He's going to wear like
Oh,
a
yeah,
white
it's like
shirt.
white, black all the time.
So he would be like in work mentality.
Yeah. It didn't work
That
out.
was hysterical because then if he'd happened to like be like just lounging around in like a white shirt and like maybe some dark PJs, we're like, are you working?
Mhm.
Are you not working?
Hmm.
Yeah, that didn't work either.
No, not quite.
No, but some things that Trey does, he overanalyzes everything. He's so hard on himself.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
very hard on himself. He's a type A.
Mm-hmm.
So any something's gonna bite me and kill me.
Bug?
Okay, yeah.
We need to get new screens in here.
Okay, he's super, super over analytical about his decision making.
About my decision making, you said?
Well, about the decisions that you make
Mhm.
or that you are pondering.
Mm-hmm.
You ponder way more than you decide. And
Yeah.
oftentimes I'm like, for the love of fracking God,
Just do something.
Freaking jump
Just-
into it with 2 feet, Trey. Like, stop thinking. There was a t-shirt I saw the other day that it said, "Stop, wait, I have to overthink this." He should have that t-shirt.
Yeah, a bit of an overthinker. Yeah,
A
definitely.
bit of an overthinker. Whoa, dude, your tunnel vision
I definitely
is
got it from you, though.
on.
Definitely got it from you.
I don't know, not to that degree. And I'm
Mm.
gonna spill some of that on your dad's sperm, not
Mm.
me. That was not even. I
My
told you
dad's
I
sperm.
have no filter.
Yeah.
But no, I don't really like consciously anything about Trey. Like,
No,
daily.
you don't hate anything about
No,
me.
I
Really?
don't.
No.
how could
Cool.
I? Little Trey bear.
Yeah.
Your first one.
Uh-huh.
First baby.
First-
First newborn
First
baby.
newborn baby.
I puked 285 times.
She
with him.
counted.
I did. I kept track.
Yeah, it's like had like
Like notches.
like
by the
notches
foot.
in your posts like for every puke.
That's why I'm really pro adoption. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
It is so much easier.
Okay, cool. Next question then. What was it like a funny moment with me as a kid? Like, just name one that like you're like, yeah, Trey's like businessy audience should know about this.
Okay.
The people that
there's-
I like give services to on a professional basis, they should know this.
Okay, funny childhood story. The one that immediately comes to mind, and it's kind of like family folklore at this point, is Trey.
Oh, is it the towel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has this already been said on the channel?
No, this hasn't. This is
Okay.
brand new. I would never say this on the channel. That's why I brought you here. Yeah.
So Trey was about 7 or 8, and
I was younger than that. Really?
Maybe 6 or 7.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you're the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not 8, probably 6.
Okay.
Anyways, he was getting out of the tub And he was like, Mom, move, go away. And then I'm like, Trey, I've seen your penis like 1,000 times. I've changed your diaper. And he did this with the towel. He already did the towel open. He stood up. He's like, 1,000,001, baby. He literally said 1,000,001 while he shook his hips. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Another fantastic memory is...
you got more? Okay, cool.
Like, we had a neighbor call us when he was about 11.
Yeah.
And they were just like, we just wanted to tell you that Trey is sitting in our front yard on that big rock just playing his guitar. We're like, okay, is that okay with you? And they were like, well, yeah, we just wanted to let you know he was here.
It's like on one of our neighbors' rocks. I don't remember that.
Forest and Quarry, you were...
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
You were sitting on their big rock just strumming away, like,
That's so
being
great.
all boho and everything.
That's so great.
What did I just...
We're doing a video.
Doing a video.
Oh, hey, we're matching shoes.
It's recording right now. Yeah. It's alright.
Change those.
Yeah.
I had him first.
Sister and mom have similar shoes taste,
Similar.
apparently.
Yeah,
Or like, are those the same shoes?
they're the same. I got him and then she wanted him.
Mm.
More
Gotcha.
Trey stories. There's so many.
Yeah, we got... Do you want to give more?
I'll give a sweet one.
Okay, cool.
When Zane was born, who is our bonus baby, because I can't do math, he was a pregnancy.
Uh-huh.
When Trey saw him for the first time, he sang Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star to him.
Mhm.
Him and Chase sang
Mhm.
Twinkle. So
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, my little brother.
So adorable. You take it. So yeah,
Yep.
good memories.
Yep.
Trey's provided a lifetime of giggles, that's for sure.
Cool. Good. I'm glad. I mean, I think there's probably even some more horror stories that we could have gone into that we didn't. So I appreciate
Really?
the 1,000,001 thing is, it gets worse. Yeah, there's a lot more there.
Lifetime of giggles, let me tell ya.
Okay, now getting a little bit more challenging, and like serious, because
Okay.
I think people like the humor is like fun, but like people are also like, okay, how does this kid work? You know, like they come across my videos, they like see that I run like the business that I've got. They like, you know, I also publicize like the academic decisions that I've made. So, with that being said, what sort of, and this is like the one that I got most, and
Okay.
you're gonna hate it, but it's what was it like responding to like my decision to
Let me guess, to
not
be a high
to not
school
finish
gra-
high school,
yeah.
you know, and to just pursue entrepreneurship, and what's sort of your thought process on that like to this day, like what do you think, you know? And I won't take it personally. Go for it.
Okay, so we homeschool.
Mhm.
I've homeschooled for about 17, 18 years now. Chase, our oldest, is 22,
Mhm.
and our littlest is 12. So there's 5 kids in there, and I've homeschooled all of them.
Mhm.
Trey,
Trying to figure out how you can communicate it.
Essentially, Trey wore me down. That's pretty much what happened. I couldn't take it anymore. He insisted that history wasn't valuable. He insisted that, like, social studies, history,
Social
that
studies is not.
grammar, writing, things that, you know, the 3 R's, math even, wasn't really necessary because he was learning all of that on his own, in his own little entrepreneurial bubble. And this was he was about 16 and a half is when this all started kind of going down. And we had some pretty I don't yell.
I mean, yeah, we had some pretty serious conversations about it.
I don't
Yeah.
yell at kids unless
No.
I'm furious. I can
No.
think of maybe, have I ever like screamed?
No.
I
You've
don't.
never-
I don't yell.
You never yelled.
No.
No.
But we had some pretty serious conversations of like, what's this look like in 10 years, Trey?
Yeah.
When you don't finish high school?
Yeah.
Because in Indiana, I'm considered a private school, so
Mhm.
I issue the diploma.
Mhm.
I never issued Trey a diploma because he considers himself a high school dropout.
Mhm.
My concern was 10 years from now, is it going to matter to you?
Mhm.
I was not on board with this whole high school dropout crap. For one, it reflects horribly on me.
But it doesn't.
It
though.
totally does. I'm a homeschool high school dropout.
Yeah.
That's like the epitome of a stereotypical
Mhm.
homeschool family. Like, they didn't just quite finish. They're kind of like...
oh, just kind of let them, like, free bird crap.
Right, right. And I mean, I do free bird pretty well, but not to the extent that you wanted to free bird. So it was a lot of back and forth, and by the time Trey was about 17, his photography business was taking off, and I was carting him to all of his photog engagements because he didn't have his license
Didn't
yet.
have my license. Mom was taking me to not weddings. I think he took me to a lot. We did a lot of family shoots.
Sessions,
yeah, we did a lot of family shoots. Mom like spread the word to get me started.
Yeah.
So she's like one of the main reasons I'm here, by the way. Doing anything that I'm doing.
For many reasons.
For plenty of reasons, for a myriad of reasons. Some biological, but others more emotional.
Turmoil and pain.
Yeah.
So essentially, I got worn down.
Yeah.
And I do not call him a high school dropout.
No, you don't have to.
I consider Trey still in high school at the age of 19 because he hasn't actually finished.
No.
He considers himself a dropout.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I don't plan on ever going back, you know.
Well, that's what you say now. I mean, you could go get your GED.
Yeah, I could
but
go
what's
get my
the
GED.
point? I mean, you've kind of... Once I started seeing it kind of all come together, especially this last year, I got a little bit more comfortable with the idea of him not actually technically finishing all the curriculum for high school, because I see a balanced life in him. I see that he can do basic math. Basic. And history, if he's interested in something, he'll teach himself. Or like, even, you know, if we'll have a conversation and he screws something up in his
grammar,
then I'll fix it, or I'll tell him, like, you need to go research this. But there's some funny stories there, but I'm not going to put those online because that's embarrassing to me, not him.
The grammar helps on sales calls.
I was the teacher.
Yeah,
but when you call unleaded gas unleaded gas, he called unleaded gas unleaded
gas.
Seriously, like, you guys,
it looks like it's spelled that way.
This was freaking 8 months ago. I'm not joking. He called it unleaded.
Some of you
gas.
were paying me then.
Oh my gosh. I was just like, okay, there you go, Trey. Proof positive. You should have finished high school. You just daggone called it unleaded gas. But those are just minor things, honestly. And I saw that he is proactively learning in a really well-rounded way, which is still, in my opinion, a type of homeschooling. Now it's not really homeschooling. He's kind of life schooling. And I'm okay with that. I don't call him a high school dropout because it makes the teacher look bad. He can say it all he wants, whatever. But the way it happened was I just got worn down. And I started seeing him successful.
Relentless.
It was really, you had a campaign against me. Like, you went, it was horrible. And it was a subtle campaign. It was a subtle campaign. It wasn't knockdown, drag outs. It was just little pokes here and there. And I finally just, done. Trey, if this is the way you want to do it, this is the way you're going to do it. Because his older brother, before him, graduated from high school. Homeschoolers can't graduate. But essentially, the reason I don't give him a lot of fluff right now is I see a well-rounded, balanced life shaping up in regards to, if he had finished high school, nothing would really look different right now. Actually, it might be even behind where he is right now, because his time would have been taken up with some topics that aren't essential to his need of knowledge, like high-end science. He's not going to work in a laboratory. Can you picture him stuck in a laboratory all day? No. That would never happen.
No.
So I'm coming to terms with the whole idea, but it's not my favorite phrase in the whole world. Let's just say that. And if you're looking, I don't know the age demographics of your viewers.
It's like my age, around like 5 years older, maybe.
Okay.
So like oldest.
So
you guys
you guys might not be dealing with how do I convince my mom to let me drop out of homeschool or high school, but if you want to, just slowly prodding and pricking at her will probably do the job. Because I'm a fairly strong girl with a lot of metal and an iron spine, and I couldn't even. I was like done. And one thing is, my husband, he thinks that even like the 3 R's can be learned via life. like he calls himself an unschooler. You learn by life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of 2 against 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave up.
If you see where I'm at now with business that I've got now,
Yeah.
right? And I've got tons of clients around the world paying me good money, coaching students, courses, doing good. Everything's rocking.
Yep.
So like, do you think that played? If I had gone back, finished high school, how would things be different for me right now on just a tactical, practical revenue basis?
I kind of just mentioned it. I just said, I think if I had pushed and said, no, you must finish high school, I think you'd be 6, 7, 8 months backwards from where you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because your time would have been taken up with topics that weren't relevant to what you see as your future career path,
mm-hmm.
like the science laboratory example.
Right.
So if you had finished high school, still, whatever. If and when you finish high school.
Yeah, sure. Let's just do that. Yeah.
What your path has done for you is to give you, like, it took an awful amount, a huge amount, buckets of confidence on his part to stand up and say, no, really, I'm pretty secure in where I'm headed, and I'm pretty secure in what I need to know, and I know how to teach myself these things, and these aren't things that I'm going to learn through a textbook. I'm going to learn them through life. And he's proven himself true. And if we hadn't given him that freedom starting when he was about 16 and a half, he wouldn't be anywhere near where he is right now from a financial standpoint, a long-term standpoint, that kind of thing. Ultimately, it's probably going to be okay that you didn't all the way finish high school.
Ultimately.
But I can see the pros now. I can see them. I mean,
yeah.
I vocalized them before.
Yeah. No, you have. We've talked a lot about it.
Yeah, we've had to.
Yeah, we've had.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like one of the biggest questions. Just like, what were your thoughts on that?
Well, one thing that comes with this is Trey started doing high-end business. That sounds like prostitutes or something. Sorry.
Trey started buying and selling.
And your new client.
Yeah.
Okay. But one thing he had to learn how to socially navigate was, he was young, coming up to 40, 50-year-old guys saying, hey, I can make your business better, when these guys have ran their business for 30 years. And here's this punk driving up saying, no, I can do it better, or at least I can help you, or I can come alongside you and help you do it better. There's nothing in a high school textbook that could have taught Trey how to do that, other than Trey going and doing that, failing sometimes, succeeding sometimes, because every entrepreneur has more failures than they do successes. I've been married to one for 25 years. We have way more failures under our belt than successes. We have some beautiful successes that have given us a beautiful life,
mm-hmm.
but that comes with many failures.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in high school could have trained or taught Trey those social skills or that business acumen that he needs to have the confidence to approach someone further into a business than he is, or even to come up alongside a client that you might not know their industry so much, but you can easily, with the talents you have, see a marketing campaign, a social marketing campaign,
mm-hmm.
just laid out in front of them within, you see it in like a minute.
Mm.
And they've worked for 15 years to figure out advertising.
Like, who's this friggin' punk?
And here's this
and
punk
it turns out he doesn't
saying,
have his GED. Like,
right, that's right, right. Oh, he's homeschooled? What?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Results speak for themselves, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And again, putting his time towards that instead of textbooks
mm-hmm.
did push him into figuring out some life skills way better
mm-hmm.
than an institutionalized high school or even a homeschool high school would have done.
Mm-hmm. And I couldn't have done it if it weren't for, and like, we had a lot of conversations about it, but like, ultimately she came to support the decision enough to let me go and try, and that flexibility, I couldn't have done it without the flexibility, so credit massively where credit's due. It's not like I just went behind her back or anything. It's like she's like, you know what? I'm gonna let Trey do this. You know, it's like I'm gonna let him. Whether he falls on his face.
I'm gonna let him fall on his face or not.
Yeah, right. Whether he like falls on his face and like regrets everything, or like it turns out well, like I'm gonna let him try.
Yeah.
And that's that's really important that you have that.
Well, I think all kids need that, and especially in this society. From the ages of what I'd say 15 to 22. People expect you to know what you're going to do with your life. That's insane. That's ridiculous. That's an unacceptable standard. I'm and my husband are much more fluid in that thinking of, sure, try it. If it doesn't work, try something else. If that doesn't work, try something else. Yeah. Eventually, you're going to find that spot where you're supposed to be. And that's what we wanted for Trey ultimately, and that's what he's doing. Yeah. So Trey kind of got to escape that questioning 7 years of his life because he was already working. Is that a good thing?
Oh yeah, it's a good thing. It's like it's like gang signs.
Oh really? Oh, we're doing gang signs on YouTube. That's super.
It's like my East Side homies know what I'm talking about.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make up one of my own.
Yeah, sure.
There we go.
That's the West Side.
That's, okay. Good.
Yeah. It's incredibly offensive to me. Yeah.
But being fluid as a parent.
Yeah.
Or if your spouse is like, what in the heck are you doing being an entrepreneur? It's hard for a non-entrepreneur to understand how these people think. It's taken me 20 years, 25 years to figure out how my husband thinks, and I still don't. Mm-hmm. I don't understand the way his brain works because we are created differently, but I do trust them. Mm-hmm. And that means that they get my trust in regards to, let me just try this and see what happens. Mm-hmm. And if you fall on your face, there's no burned bridges. Come back, we'll start again. Yeah. That kind of thing. So
for sure.
Flexibility in thinking from a parent standpoint or even from a spouse's standpoint is pivotal for entrepreneurs because they need that support. They need cheerleaders around them, Trey especially. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes, I
need a lot of encouragement.
He needs a lot of verbal encouragement, a lot of it. And part of that is he hasn't been doing this for 10 years yet. Mm-hmm. So a lot of things some experiences are happening for the first time. And he's like, dang, listen. He's like, applaud. Or we like cry together or whatever it may be. But there's a lot of social interaction right now with him and his career and me. Because he's still my kid. He's still right here, thankfully. And you, as entrepreneurs, you guys need that support, that cheerleader, that person that believes in you. And I wasn't about to let a stupid piece of paper called a diploma get in the way of that with me and Trey's relationship. And if he fell on his face... Cool. I'd be right back here ready for the history and science textbooks. Still got him, buddy.
All right, Trey, social studies. Come on, let's get to it. You're broke.
That's right.
Yeah. Cool. All right. That was a great thing. That was a great answer. Yeah, that was great. Hey, that was really good.
I got an A+.
Yeah, good stuff. I mean, not that I don't know who's grading this, but yeah. I mean, and another question too, a little bit different, is does Trey get ladies as easily as he gets business?
Dude, they flock to him. Flock. Like tar and feather flock. I mean, all Cockrum males do, I gotta say. They have this thing about them.
Got a curse.
It's a curse. We call it around the house the Cockrum curse. Ladies flock to this man.
I don't know why I asked that question.
I'm not joking. He'll go,
I shouldn't have asked you that
swing
question.
dancing on Friday night sometimes.
Yeah, swing dancing.
And you have to tell that story about you slid in on your knees.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta tell that story.
Yeah.
Tell a story.
Well, I took a buddy out because
he was having a hard time.
He was having a hard time with a girlfriend of his that he broke up with, and I was like, all right, we're going to have a good time, and I'm going to take you out swing dancing. It's like a homeschool thing. You wouldn't understand, right?
Swing dancing is popular. It's not a homeschool thing.
Okay, whatever. It's a thing.
You're so jaded. It is not a homeschool thing. Folk dancing might be a homeschool thing, or square dancing.
Square dancing.
Not
square dancing and corn mazes.
For love of God, they've been doing that for the 1920s. Go ahead. See, if you read your history book, you would know that.
Yeah, that's one reason. Yeah, there you go.
There you
Add
go.
that to the list, I guess.
Unneeded.
So I took my buddy out, and we were seeing who could dance with the most girls, right? And we had a score count, and he has this big red truck, and I have the BMW, right? And we were like, all right, whoever dances with the most girls can like drive the other person's car, and so
such a guy thing. I would have been like, okay, well, no.
And so I was like, all right. So I got to like, I think I got to like 24, and he got to like 21
Fuck.
or something. Yeah, well, it's swing dancing. It's really, it's not like it's the club or anything.
I know, but there's still people around the peripheral edges of that room not dancing, and you're not one of those people.
Yeah, I guess not. But, you know, I was also doing it for my bro, you know,
right,
so it's like different motivation.
You can try to self-deprecate, but still, ladies flock to you.
I don't know why I asked this question.
What happened?
This is such a horrible question.
So what happened
and then, and then we decided that there was like extra points for style as to how you like ask the girls to go dance. And so we're good. It's just the maximum time that you're allowed to record.
Oh,
it has like a maximum time.
Yep.
Here we go. Alright, sorry. You guys are used to that cuts and stuff.
So he was at the part where they were giving extra points for different maneuvers.
Extra points for different
to get
style
a girl to dance.
To get a girl to dance.
Slid in.
And I slid in on my knees and I fell on my face. And I didn't just fall on my face. My face was like in this girl's like lap. I'm like, I slide in like this, and like, and like my face is like right into her lap, and I just pull back up. I'm like, I am so sorry. And she just looks at me. She's like, and she's like with her friends, and her friends are like backing away. And I'm like, and I somehow
like,
still
there's
managed.
No drinking even involved.
No, this is me. This is sober, Trey. Yeah, this is me sober. And then I'm like, would you like to dance? She's like. It's like, no, I don't want to. But my buddy, out of feeling sorry for me, still gave me a point.
That's good.
So I still got a point. But it was like a pity point, so I didn't count it.
A pity point.
Yeah.
Who won that night?
Me.
You won. Yeah.
I drove the truck. Next question. What's the best advice you could give? Oh wait, no, that's not the phrasing. What is the best advice you ever received in your life as a mother and as an individual?
Holy heck, are you kidding?
Mm-hmm.
The best advice I ever received.
I don't know if you have to have received it. Maybe you can give. What's the best advice you can give?
That's way easier because we parent outside the box. Mm-hmm. People were telling us we got to screw loose.
Because I bet you that's kind of what she's asking.
We didn't really get a lot of good advice.
I bet you that's what she's asking. She's like wanting to know what advice she could give.
Okay, well if I was the mama to babies again, one thing we did at the very beginning and we stuck to it was each kid is different. There's no comparison between children under this roof. Each kid has its own learning style, its own personality, its own plan. And one thing we adopted as parents with their learning career was let them learn things they're passionate about. We had typical homeschool schedules until Trey bailed. But on Fridays, it is learn about what you learn about. Learn about what you want to learn about on Friday. I had a cooler name for it, but I can't remember.
Self-learning or something?
Yeah.
Self-learning Fridays or whatever?
And those Fridays have morphed into pretty much this.
The whole week.
Right. It ended up being like every day for Trey.
Yeah,
but my advice would be to let your children guide themselves to not Montessori way, not like, the kid is a god and he gets to, no. I have no problem around here with discipline.
I got spanked plenty of times.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is be flexible. Don't be hurted by the other moms in the carpool or other moms at the church or whatever. Do it your way, because those are your kids. They were given to you for a reason, and only you know the best way. Of course, take wise advice and counsel and think on it and change things if you need to, but don't be scared of having a different path. Jim and I took a radically different path parenting. It didn't look like anything else we'd ever known or seen anybody do, but it's turned out to be great and wonderful, and I loved it.
So there you go.
The best advice for myself, my own life?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Is that one of the questions?
No, it was just like, what's the best advice you ever received, which I guess is in turn, what's the best advice you can give,
Yeah, right.
So, I think you answered that pretty well.
I think the best advice I've received is that comparison is the thief of joy. The society that many of us live in, comparison happens about once every 28 seconds, especially with social media. And Pinterest, oh my gosh, Pinterest. Ugh.
Pinterest.
Can't stand
She
Pinterest.
avoids
I
Pinterest
hate it
like the plague.
because you
It's
go
like
to
Compare
Pinterest.
City.
Yeah, you'll go there and like I'm thinking I'm pretty
Especially
cool.
for her, she's like a decorator, you know, like an
What?
artist decorator.
What? Huh? A decorator?
What? You like?
I'm.
What do you
I'm
mean?
an artist.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's like included in the bubble.
No, I'm an artist who decorates.
Okay. Yeah. So you're a decorator, right?
No, that's like decorators here, artist is here.
Okay. All right. You're an artist, and
Yes.
you like to decorate.
True.
So
With
there
a lot
you
of
go.
color.
So then, if you compare yourself on Pinterest, then you're not quite
Right,
decorating.
because I think I'm like, oh, I'm kind of creative. I'm kind of spicy, a little salty. I like it. Then you get on Pinterest and you're like, oh my gosh, I am horrible. I haven't made a cake with my kids in a week.
And it turns out you're just looking at like a set that somebody prepared for like 4 hours.
Like a highlight reel. That's
Yeah.
it. I don't go to Pinterest because comparison is the thief of joy. I went off in this Instagram about 2 years ago after our house burned down. Because I just couldn't take the comparison. I was too knee deep in my own life to get sucked into other people's life. And it was a good boundary and something that in the long run has really helped me to remember that comparison is the thief of joy. You live your own life, you do your best job, and you be happy for all of those around you and applaud them when they need applaud and hug when they need hug and cry when they need cried over. But inside your own little family unit, don't compare yourself. Nobody's the same. There's no family that has the same dynamics, the same personalities. Only you have your family.
Yeah.
So don't compare yourself to others. Just enjoy the ride.
There you go. And this one's pretty flattering towards you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yay.
Somebody said, "That's your mom?" ? How does she stay looking so young?
Oh, this is happening currently?
This is happening
Oh,
currently?
that's the picture. Oh, got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I hate that picture.
You don't like this picture?
My
it was just like my
biceps
favorite
look
picture.
good.
Yeah, you got biceps
Yeah,
in
my
this picture.
biceps look good.
Yeah.
How do our daughter is making funnies in the window?
Oh no, shut this.
How do I look so young? I don't know. I put 25 products on my face at night.
It's gonna blow around.
I don't know. I don't know. I have 5 kids. I just run around a lot, I guess. I'm not sure.
A lot of cardio, trying to keep us from killing ourselves.
On my Fitbit, I don't have to exercise. I get into the cardio level just with daily life. I'm literally not joking.
Too much activity.
But thank you for saying that. That was sweet.
Yeah, having a lot of kids
It keeps you young,
somehow.
or it makes you feel really old sometimes.
Yeah, you just gotta strike that balance, I guess, right?
But thank you, whoever said that.
Yeah.
That was really sweet. No, I'm all of 45, and I own it, and I'm proud of it, and I love my age. I have nothing but happiness about being 45.
Cool. And that's kind of like, I just selected some that I thought were like appropriate and reasonable. But like, I think like it'd be cool. Just like, my question for you, because a lot of my audience is like, I got like coaching students and like people who invest in the programs I sell.
Yeah.
They're mostly around my age. Not all of them.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think I told you this. Recently took on a coaching student who's 72. You know that?
Really?
Yeah. 72 years old.
Fantastic.
So yeah,
I
I'll have
love
to tell you
that.
about that call later. It was awesome. He's a great guy.
We only talk business 30 minutes a day, so I don't always know.
Right, sure. And so, that being said, what in your mind would be, because you've kind of seen like the darker sides of like.
Wait, just one second. When I say we don't talk business 30 more, I mean like business transactions.
Yeah, like
Trey and I-
technicalities.
technicalities. Trey and I will
Like
spend
funnels and ads
tons
and stuff.
of time talking about
Like,
the
yeah.
relational aspects
Yeah.
of his career, or the
Yeah.
pitfalls, or the highs.
Yeah, mom's sort of there for like the emotional support,
Right.
and then I got like my dad, and it's like more logical, more like next step support.
Yeah, right. So we talk a lot. Just I don't like what's your PayPal account balance? Like,
Yeah.
no, I don't
No.
really care.
Yeah.
But you were saying that
Man, I
dark
feel like-
or something.
I feel like we should move the camera just real quick.
Like, what, you gonna redo the whole thing?
Well, no, it's like it's good here. Look how much better that light is. Now our faces are like even.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better. Anyway, though, yeah, like we don't have
Start
to cut that.
over.
No, we don't have to cut that. They can see that.
Okay.
It's funny.
You're a wedding photographer. You should have got that right the first time.
Got what right?
The sun?
The sun.
But you know what? It's
I knew
moving.
It was moving.
It's moving.
It's setting.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, what you've seen kind of the darker sides of like my journey. I've come to you with some problems before, and there've been times where I was like pretty emotional, and there was like a lot of issues I was dealing with, and like all kinds of stuff like comes up. So like what? Because there's a lot of young like guys like myself who maybe even strive to have a similar business to what I've got going on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and girls.
well, there's plenty of women too, yeah. And you know, what would your advice be for them, having seen maybe the darker elements of what I'm trying to build? You know, because I think, and it's not like I'm not consciously aware. Like, you guys get a more polished edge, you know, and there's definitely some things that go on behind the scenes that are kind of like more ugly, and there's just a lot of struggle that comes with trying to do, you know, really anything of any value with the time that you've been given, nonetheless try and build a business, you know. And so it's like, what would your advice be, having seen that element, revealing as much as you think is reasonable to reveal, you know?
I watching Trey navigate the last, I'd say, 3 years, but with the marketing business being most apt the last 2-ish or so, what I feel like a lot of Trey's behind the scenes struggles with involves long-term planning. He will, and this is very stereotypical of entrepreneurs, y'all get super excited really, really quick about something that hasn't actually materialized yet, and that actually might not ever materialize.
Yeah,
it's just
it.
like a thing that might happen, and then it doesn't, and Trey plummets to like the inner core of the earth, like the lava is hot, and he's like, "Mom, I need a like preserver, pull me up.
Yeah.
I didn't get that deal." Long-term planning eliminates some of that stress, and that's not a natural entrepreneurial thing to long-term plan. And I mean like goal setting. I mean, train his whiteboard, I've seen that, all that. I mean, what do I want to do a month from now? What do I want to do 6 months from now? What do I want to do 18 months from now? 3 years, 5 years. So when those failures happen, which will happen, and failure, that's such the wrong word. It's something that you tried that didn't go the way you thought it would.
Just call it data.
But you learned a lot from it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Data retrieving. If you have that long-term plan in place, if Trey had that long-term plan in place right when he started, it might have saved him from some of the holy crud, I didn't land that deal, I'm in the wrong business, this is not where I should be. No.
Niche hopping all over the place.
Right. Long-term planning will eliminate some of that stress. Life is stressful, period. But what I've seen Trey deal with is, it involves a lot of, Trey, it's not going to look like this even next week, dude. It's going to look totally different. But you guys in your brains, you get very focused on the immediate. So I definitely think, do you agree?
Yeah, I would really agree with that.
Long-term big span planning would help.
Yeah, and I think maybe long-term planning, and maybe another way to put it that I feel like would translate in a more practical way is you know, is those failures, like when they come, because they will come for everybody, is just kind of, you know, reading them as data as best as you can. Your emotions are, like, wherever your hands go, your heart follows, you know. So if you're working on something, you're gonna be emotionally vested in it. But even like when I'm like even in the program that I sell, and then like even in like coaching student relationships and everything, I'm like, you gotta detach yourself from the outcome and attach yourself to the work that you have to do in order to achieve like the outcome. And you should measure on trajectory and not day by day. Like, am I better this year than I was last year? If the answer is yes, then just keep going. Not day to day. Not day to day. Day to day, there's not enough data there.
No, there's
not. Nowhere near enough
the
data
only thing
there.
you have to go day to day is numbers. And with entrepreneurs, that fluctuates so dramatically. And if you only focus on the number in your bank account, it's not going to be a healthy lifestyle for you. And it's also
super stressed out.
Right, and it's also not an actual reflection of your success either, because y'all's income comes in like randomly. It'll just be a pile of cash in your lap. You're like, oh, cool, okay, and you don't get another pile of cash for like 3 months.
You like reinvest all the money back in the business or whatever, and it's like, wait, okay, I'm broke for the next 6 months, but I gotta keep like. It's like and it's those measurable things. It would be nice if everything was measurable. I think what we're trying to say is it's not measurable. And
the way that y'all tend to measure it is the bottom line daily, and that's not healthy.
Not good.
But long-term planning is healthy and will make that bottom line that you guys like to look at every day have a larger meaning and the way it fits into a bigger plan versus just the last 24 hours.
Yeah, that's
really gotten Trey down a couple times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why didn't that happen? Why didn't that deal go
Sitting
through?
on a big like monthly retainer from a new client or whatever, and I'm like 90% sure of the close, and then they say no, and I didn't realize how much emotional attachment I had to it until they say no, and it's like, oh wow, that's a big hit, you know, because I've been working on that client for like 2 weeks now or whatever, and who knows, you know. So,
but with a long-term plan, he would know, okay, I don't need to land every client that I approach.
No, you don't.
And you're not going to.
Yeah, you could have like a 20% conversion rate and build a legit business off of that.
Right.
10%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just don't measure yourself daily.
Yeah.
I think that would have helped Trey if we had learned that lesson earlier on. It would have saved him from some of the holy heck, Mom, what am I doing moments. And
social studies.
Exactly. Well, Trey, you didn't finish high school. I told you. Now,
battery just died on the camera.
Hi, now we're here.
We're here now.
We've switched like 3 times.
Yeah, we've switched a lot. And there's also a crack right over my lens right here, so ignore that glare.
Okay, is the camera here or here?
Here.
Okay, hi, camera.
What were you saying?
Long-term planning keeps your daily pitfalls more in place. They're not as impactful to you when they happen if you have that long-term plan in place, which Trey didn't for a while. And now he's working on that. And the deals that don't happen, which is a fact of being an entrepreneur, they don't hit him as hard.
Yeah.
Because his long-term plan is more solid now. It's more visualized. It's more written out. It's more concrete.
Yeah.
He has a better feeling of where he's going. So that would be some, like, mom suggestions.
Yeah, mom suggestions.
Yeah.
Cool. Good mom suggestions.
Keep your sanity a little bit. Because it's hard to be an entrepreneur. You guys, it takes a lot of confidence.
It's rough.
It's all on your shoulders. It's a huge responsibility. You don't work with a corporation that's a 401k plan. You don't have health benefits. You have to figure all of that out for yourself. And I commend you guys because it takes a lot of confidence to be your own boss.
Or stupidity.
A little bit of both. Craziness.
A little bit of both.
But the rewards, and I'm living out the rewards now from being married to an entrepreneur for 25 years, the rewards are worth it. The flexibility that you get with your family. Like, I'm super tight with all 5 of my kids because I got to be with them so much. And I'm not saying that working parents aren't tight with their kids. It's just for these specific 5 kids. And me and my husband, these specific parents, the 7 of us got to be very, very close because for our personalities, it was very healthy to spend a whole lot of time together the last 20 years or whatever it's been.
Right.
It's just really worked for us. And I don't ever criticize working parents, ever. I don't ever judge. Like, it's your business. It just worked for us. And I'm happy with the flexibility. And I deal with PTSD from a traffic incident I had 9 years ago. If my husband wasn't an entrepreneur, I don't know what I would do because there's some days where I just kind of can't do life. I gotta sit in my bed and read a book or just recharge. And with Jim being an entrepreneur, I have the freedom to do that, and it's awesome. It's great. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And you'll give your wife that same freedom. It'll be so exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, it will.
That'll be great.
I'll babysit your grandkids. Yeah.
I want to have like plenty of kids.
Well, each kid is required to have 4. That's my rule.
That's your minimum. Yeah.
Right. So and
you gotta marry a girl who's willing to have 4 kids.
Like if the older one only wants to have 2, that's fine, but somebody else has to have 6. Because I did not go through 5 kids to get like 5 grandkids. Are you kidding me? No. I want 20. I want cheaper by the dozen kind of Christmases.
Cool. All right, sweet. Well, that seems like a good stopping point. I think it's probably like a 40-minute video. I don't know because we had to stop and start, and now we had to pick up my phone, and I have no idea how long this is. So, yeah, I think it's a great way.
It was nice talking to you guys.
Yeah, I'm happy that we made this happen. I'll leave some links you can find my mom, her art too, if you want to get some custom artwork done.
Yeah.
She will hook you up, and if it comes from you guys, I'll know, and like I'll tell her to raise her prices.
That's his biggest thing with me is my prices aren't high enough.
Her prices are nowhere near high enough. If she says, "Hey, 300," say no. I'm gonna pay way more than that. Tell her the least she can charge you is $1,000.
No.
You're all entrepreneurs. You understand.
I could not do it.
Yeah.
No, I'm only working by commission right now. So if you're interested, PM me. But we'll put the links on the YouTube video.
Links in the YouTube video, and whatever she asks you for, say no, double that.
No.
And then force her to do it.
No.
Cool.
Living with entrepreneurs is crazy.
All right, sweet. Thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed.
Bye.
See you around.